We got a lot of stuff to talk about. If anyone knows who Mr. Raffle Waffles is in the Call of Duty community, we're going on that kind of rant today where a lot of things are going to be incoherent, not make a lot of sense, but it's going to be from the heart, you know, just being passionate about this whole space, you know, wanting to see VR go far, wanting to see VRMMOs develop and go far, and we've had several fail, one of which had never even launched. Many of you don't know about it. I can't even remember the name of it. Nostos or Nostos. We're gonna start at the beginning. I'm gonna try and go over these bullet points a little bit. All right, we're gonna try and go over these bullet points a little bit. So starting out, first bullet point here is, if you don't already know, Zenith is shutting down. It looks like they're doing one last final update. So they're addressing some top bugs, quality of life suggestions, yada yada yada, doing some things for the last city. And Infinite Realms. Nexus, Infinite Realms. Zenith wasn't everybody's type of game. You know, Zenith was definitely that, it leaned more into that Final Fantasy style than it did like World of Warcraft style. MMOs come in all shapes and sizes. So you could have things like MapleStory, World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy, things like a game called Deep World that was an MMO that you're getting in like 2D stuff. It's all dependent on your flow of styling and how things go, but I'm gonna try and stay on track. With Zenith starting out, Zenith started out with a Kickstarter way back in the day. Super well received.
Hi, I'm Andy, and we're working on Zenith, a massively multiplayer VR MMORPG that's also cross-compatible with desktop. We're really excited about Zenith because it's the game we want to play. It's a gorgeous anime-inspired world that can support millions of players eventually.
Hey, I'm Lauren. I'm the CTO of Ramen VR, and I'm really excited to be working on Zenith.
We're talking like during Quest 1 days, this Kickstarter blew the freaking lid off of the top Kickstarter goals. Tons of money into this thing. I personally backed to the $200 funding for this because this is what I wanted to see. Everything that was shown in here, I was like, $200, we go into this promise. Maybe we'll get something. Maybe all my money will get stolen. It is what it is. So going into it, a couple years later, Zenith starts to come to fruition. We start to see things happening. And it just so happens that at the time that I kickstarted back to Zenith, I didn't even have a thought about doing content creation in my head. I just liked VR for VR. So here I am now doing content creation at this time that Zenith is starting to grow up. And I'm like, yo, this is a dream come true. I get to make content on this for a living, and this is what I backed and what I've wanted to see for so long. And all these things are happening. Somehow I get recruited in by this community manager, Jay. Many of you know who Jay is. If you don't know who Jay is, Jay, awesome dude. He's still out there. He's still playing games. He's not a community manager anymore, at least not that I know of. He pulled me on. I was super small. We're talking like 1,000 subscribers, small guy. Got into this whole passion project, met a ton of creators, all while being in this MMO space and in this promise of this MMO. Okay, so Zenith started out. There was tons of promise. There was tons of listening. Andy and Lauren both really listened to a lot of the feedback that we had as content creators, and then the feedback that our communities all had at that time when we first got given 2 weeks early access, and all of us were streaming it to our personal channels, and everybody was in there, and it was a load of fun, and everybody was giving their feedback of like what they saw in game, and we were giving our feedback of what we saw and how we felt in game. It was a really good time. There was a lot to be desired for Zenith. It was definitely in a rough state. It was an alpha state, alpha 1. We went ahead, roadmap was promised, tons of promise on there, all right? We had different playable races, we had player trading, all the things that would make a good MMO that needed to be there right away from the get-go. Some of them were delivered, some of them were not delivered. All in all, these things that were promised, it seemed like Zenith got pushed out the door too early before a lot of these things could be delivered on. And it seemed like the game direction from where it was to up until alpha, you had alpha 1, alpha 2, beta 1, and beta 2. It seemed like it kind of like didn't know where it wanted to go. Like the game design direction didn't know where it wanted to go. I do believe that there was at one point a clear direction in mind. Zenith launched way too early, and I think it was in fact like with the whole idea of the metaverse craze at this time, all right, this is when people were going absolutely wild with the metaverse term, and everyone was dumping tons of money into everything that had anything to do with the metaverse. So I'm sure Andy and Lauren saw this. In no disrespect to Andy and Lauren on this, because this is an insanely smart business move, right? Okay, to try and continue the longevity of Zenith and the future of Zenith, to make sure they had money. It was great for them to launch it when they did in that January, because they got investors to give them that, was it 35 million? Correct me if I'm wrong, maybe it was 3.5 million. A very, very large sum of money, thanks to it launching alongside and being an MMO and being able to tie into that whole metaverse thing, I'm sure, as a pitch to investors. So great on them. They got a ton of money to be able to do that. Good thing. It launched. Game was super half-baked, dude. Like us, all as content creators, we had tested beta 2 a month before that, and then they're like, we're launching. And a lot of us were like, why are we launching? It's nowhere near done. So a lot of us were confused on that. So it launched. It is what it is. It launched. There was still a lot of fun to be had, a lot of things to do in the game. But it launched, and the team needed to now work twice as hard to crack down on things to do after this game launched to live up to the hype. You had what, 7,000 people, if not more, on launch day trying to play this game, and these servers had max capacities of 100, 150 people. And now every single server slammed. People couldn't get it on the first day. That's awesome. That's the sign of a successful MMO. When you overload your servers and it crashes your servers the first day, that is the sign of a successful MMO. If that doesn't happen, you don't have a good game for an MMO. I'm sorry. Every good MMO in history, their servers were destroyed on launch day. Me personally, and I feel like a lot of other people, well, there was no endgame there really wasn't that much endgame content at this time, right? We had max level 40. I don't even know if we had other dungeons and stuff like that. There was a lot of promised endgames. I think we had a world boss. So not that much endgame. But as far as beginner game goes as well, there really wasn't that much, and the things that were there were really half-baked. We had a half-baked cooking system that didn't give you any advantage for leveling up your cooking at all, and you had different fuel types for this cooking system that also didn't affect anything. None of them affected anything. So that sucked, right? Like, these things were there, and it ended that way. When Zenith is where it is now, you go in there, those things that were there on day one that were half-baked are half-baked now. They're same thing. So that was left to the side. Cooking system, whatever. Gathering system. You'd gather items from the ground. And I'm sorry, anyone who's listening to this who, I've been insanely hopeful in the past. I played devil's advocate for way too long. And I tried. And I'm still looking at it, as devil's advocate, and not trying to have any type of rose-colored glasses here. I'm trying to still kind of give the benefit of the doubt to the team, but I what am I supposed to do? The game's shutting down. So we saw that half-baked mechanic. We go into the next mechanics. We go into gathering. We go into gathering. I think if you maxed out your gathering, picked 5,000 of something, maybe when you grabbed one of those things, it would turn into 2 items in your inventory. There was no reason to level up those skills besides the sparkly stars that you got next to each thing, which really didn't mean much. So this thing stayed half-baked. We had godstones, which were cool. The godstone idea was cool. There was legendary godstones that were accidentally in the game in the beginning that only one class could get, that were super cool, that did really cool OP stuff that would have been really fun for them to left in the game or implemented later. Guess what? We never got those legendary godstones ever again. There was one legendary godstone that was busted that we didn't get. Fishing, mining, woodcutting, cooking, construction, farming, range defense, attack, strength, so many options. Exactly. And while we did eventually get woodcutting, the woodcutting was cool. It was cool initially. The woodcutting and the mining and the stuff, they were added in there, and it was very cool. But once again, it was half-baked. It didn't have a real purpose. So the mining would have been cool as you upgraded. You maybe You could add different special abilities to your pickaxe that, like, on a third hit, it exploded and gave you 2x ore that came out or something. So other the intricate details that needed to go on these things, besides just, okay, I chopped down a tree 5,000 times, my wood cutting level is 3, I now get 3 extra pieces of wood instead of 1 piece of wood. It's repetitive. There's no reason to do it. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no uniqueness and spark and fuel behind it that would make me want to continue doing it, besides a number that says, hey, I'm the best. I've put 9,000 hours into Zenith, swinging my arms into a tree, and have nothing additional to show for it. Pet system. It was implemented and it was a lot of fun. This whole idea of basically Pokemon, catching creatures in orbs and leveling up your creatures, and these creatures had unique abilities that you could get. It was basically rolling the dice at this point in time that, oh, if you got your creature, you might have abilities on your chain of leveling it up that someone else won't have at all. So, well, it's kind of disappointing that someone may not have good RNG on that particular pet. They implemented enough pets that you could have that multiple chance RNG of going through with it, which I think having that randomizer on them was so fun and unique, because you could have someone brag about one type of pet and have someone else brag about some other type of pet, and then going ahead and leveling up these pets, you had to catch multiple of them in an area, and you could catch shiny variants of them, like shiny Pokemon, and you could hunt these areas, and you could have a person that's level 50 now down here with you who's level 3 in the same area, hunting for the same thing, trying to get the same valuable creature together. Or you could try and sneak up to those high level areas that have creatures that you could only get in those high level areas, and you could have a level 50 that you're hanging out with be a bodyguard, because they also need to get that particular thing, so you're hunting together. And that was another thing that brought the higher levels and the lower levels together and brought that gap back together, and it was beautiful. When that happened, I put like an additional 200 hours into the game. That was the pet idea. It was great. But it was also half baked again, you know, like while it was a ton of fun and what it was going for was great, it was never truly fleshed out and finished, and there was so much more depth that could have been added. Everything was surface level depth with a really good intentions behind it, but the depth never really went past those good intentions and those good false promises. You know, I'm gonna say false promises now because the game's shutting down. So I don't know whether, you know, Andy, Lauren, whoever it is gonna be upset with me over this. I at this point, I can't really care, because I'm just feeling how I'm feeling as a player, an early Kickstarter backer, an early investor in this game. And because Zenith is shutting down, they were indeed false promises. Continuing on. So Celestial Throne launched. This parkour system was amazing. A lot of people weren't ready for it in VR because they are new beginner users. So it allowed people who were on the high end of the aspect and the low end of the aspect of the game to come together, to work together to just climb this giant parkour throne. It was super cool. It was a thing that worked together between the beginner players and the endgame players. So that was very cool. Tons of endgame content, all right? Dope. Very cool. Dungeons. Not very fun once. Very, very fun once. Repetitiveness. But, you know, all these other people who were just starting out that weren't even at the point of climbing this celestial throne for any reason, they were still left in the dark on like extra things to be able to do there in the beginning. There just wasn't enough content to be like, hey, I want to go into Zenith, let's just go kick it and hang out. Let's go cook some food. Let's go blacksmithing. Let's hammer on. Let's go grab some iron ore from the mines. Let's go get some iron. Let's go get some copper. Let's go work on our blacksmithing tonight, and just sit there and chat and work on our blacksmithing, get our blacksmithing up. Maybe we'll be able to add some new enchants due to our blacksmithing levels leveling up. Maybe you'll get a unique enchantment as opposed to what I can put on this thing, type of thing. That, like, you go in and do that. Like, that would be cool, right? But I do think kind of forcing people to progress through the storyline to complete life skills is not right. I can't really say if that was a thing that happened. The life skills weren't really in depth enough for anyone to really care if you were forced through the game to progress through the life skills anyways. The end game got focused on, and I know there's a bunch of people in here who are all about the end game stuff, who are there for the long run and are going to complain that, well, I love the end game stuff. That should have never been the focus initially, all right? VR gaming is niche, and while you need to have that end game content, your end game player base is 2% of your player base. And I know if Andy was here right now, he would tell me the same thing. That end game player base doesn't mean anything for your game. It really, really doesn't. Like in the grand scheme of things. I'm gonna get a lot of hate and a lot of flack for saying that, because like those are the people who are gonna stick there. The company doesn't make any money off of those people who are sitting there, which we'll get into another reason of Zenith refusing to monetize anything in the early days. So needing to add in these life skills, things to do, fishing. Fishing's a huge thing in MMO. You need to have fishing. I know it sounds dumb. Maybe it's just a personal thing, but fishing needed to be added. That's just such a chill thing to vibe and do. It didn't feel alive. It felt like you went into this world and it was a gigantic VR chat world that was beautiful. It had vegetation. It had moving trees. It had AI that was kind of dumb as a box of rocks, but like at the same time, AI is hard. Like mobs and the way that they move in a VR space is hard, and I get that. Player retention is definitely, a big thing that you need for MMO. They had a one-time fee you get in. A lot of MMOs have a monthly fee. Not in the VR space. Orbis didn't do it. The other one, Nostos, wasn't planning on doing it. That failed. Zenith didn't do it. That one-time buy-in. But the thing that you do, that you need to do, that Ramen didn't do from the beginning, which is, in my opinion, one of the biggest mistakes, and the community asked for it for years and years and years and years, dude. The entire lifespan. Add in a player's shop to buy clothes. Let me spend $5. Let me spend $10. Population 1 did this. Population 1, while it was a battle royale, completely different idea of things. You could buy all these clothing and then just go in and hang out with your friends and be like, oh, cool, you got a new outfit, or you got this, and you could chat about it, and it would be cool, unique, add to your reasoning to go back into the game and hang out and check it out for a little bit and chill with people. This monetization option, which very much could have been done, was never implemented until Infinite Realms, which I don't even know if anybody bought anything in Infinite Realms. They added it finally after Zenith The Last City died, and they made a new game. Andy, if you're watching this, I don't know why that didn't get added sooner. It would have been a great extra revenue stream, even if you just took that, paid the artists, paid your contractor artists that made something at that time, and then put the rest of it into oh shit, we need to sit back and not do anything for 4 months and just crack down on creating this extra content. This is our safeguard money. This money that we all just got from our DLC is our safeguard money. We have the time that we can sit back and go into the shadows and create what we need to create. I don't know. Maybe I'm not thinking right on that side of things. Zenith struggled with identity a lot. Yes, that's very true. PvP was implemented way too late. PvP was also very half-baked. PvP and combat like that in general, the combat animations and the way things interacted with one another is hard in VR games. It's hard. You don't see a lot of VR games do it right, and I think in the case of Zenith, with it being an anime, you needed more like anime swoosh lines and like things to do cool things visually to show you're attacking, to show certain things that were happening in combat. Combat got better, but it never got great. I'd say that's kind of my consensus on that. The bow was pretty cool. It was pretty good, in at least in Infinite Realms. I really liked it. I don't think it was as great as the Cyber Ninja class. Cyber Ninja, oh my goodness, Cyber Ninja got it announced right away after the game launched, and then didn't come out for 2 years. It didn't come out for 2 years, and then when it came out, it was half-baked. Player housing, all the suggestions for player housing of, and maybe I'm wrong on this. Maybe I'm wrong on the player housing. I can't fully speak on this because I wasn't there enough in every little opportune moment to give my suggestions for it. But the suggestions I had was the idea of having housing in the overworld and having it out and about in the land of Zenith, like that you could buy houses out there, kind of like Grand Theft Auto would do it. You'd buy houses out and about in the area that were empty houses, and then you could walk through a portal in that door and it could be instanced depending on the shard that you were on, because they have all these different shards, all these different servers. So depending on what it could go in, you buy that house there, it's instanced, you walk in that door. Your friend could also buy that house right there. You could both walk in and go into different instances. Instead, they put an apartment style building that was tucked in a way in the city, in the Nexus district. I think in our early days of testing, there was like a communal farm plot with some other houses all over the place, which was way cooler. The way that was done was way cooler, but that never came to fruition, I believe. I don't think that actually is what ended up being in the end. That whole communal garden thing was a cool little touch of people being able to place stuff in it and grow stuff together and then be able to grab stuff out as they wanted. It was a very, very cool thing in the early days of testing. The biggest thing is that introductory, getting people in the beginning and giving them a reason to just hang around and chill and be super casual is the biggest thing. That player retention it wasn't just there not being a clear explanation of what to do. It was people are just like, you get in and you see what to do. Swing at mobs, grab mission from Mika, go back. Grab another mission, swing at mobs, turn in item that you have no emotional attachment to, done. There needed to be cinematic. I want to feel like my heart is wrenched in an MMO, like cutscenes, cinematics, like they did in the beginning when they revamped and added that cinematic with all those voiceovers of like the ship coming in and in the whole I don't know what it was burning, if it was Zenith that was burning or what was in the beginning there. But that type of stuff wrenches my heart, and that's what gets me infested in an MMO. The lore, the story, the fluidity of that is what needs to be done. And it was never seen through, it was all over the place that you had no clue what Zenith was even about. It started out in the early days when I did Zenith lore videos that where Zenith was, and if you did all the Skywave transmissions and you went towards to where this new Zenith Academy was, that was never even mentioned in the early lore of Zenith. It wasn't cohesive. The area that the Academy was where like the docks were supposed to be in the early Skywave transmissions, and like all this random stuff was written up and just thrown in with I believe there was care in the beginning. I believe there was care and lore care right away in the beginning. I think after the initial launch, it was thrown out the window. It was, if we don't have player retention and a happy community, we need to fix it. But I don't think, and I think while they took polls, you had the wrong people on the Trello boards. You had people that were too hardcore of nerds that were in there, but the general public didn't know how to access these things. The general public isn't necessarily going to be in the Discord. We had a lot of people in the Discord, but the general public was not going to be in there. That percentile that was going in and leaving never touched the Discord. Yeah, reading text boxes in VR is very unimmersive, and nobody has done it yet properly with voiceovers.
It's almost time for you to leave the island.
They did do it. All of that line. But get your community to do it, all right? In a VR space where everything's so small, you could have asked your community, had a community manager, had your what do you call it? Game masters, all the game masters that Zenith had, your community managers, when they're sitting there doing Discord, be like, hey, can you guys look through all these voice files? These are all the voice files that we got sent in for people to submit to sound like Mika. Now, I know some people you would have to hire on, but if you have enough of your community in there who wants to voice a certain particular character, I think it would be great. Now, I know that leaves open the red flag of, oh no, what if we need to add that person with more dialogue in the future, and let's say, worst case scenario, that person disappears. That person who voiced him disappears. People loved the way that it sounded. We can't keep it cohesive that way. I guess when it comes to that point, you can hire other voice actors if you really, really wanted to make sure that nothing ever happened in that case scenario. But I do really, really think that adding that extra layer of having voices instead of like, hey there, how are you doing, Zenithian? Are you ready for battle? Like that thing, like over and over and over, was just very annoying, and like nobody is gonna read all of that text in there. Yeah, and like Soul said, there's volunteer places too. And so if you get these volunteer places of people who want to build a resume, you can get people in here for free doing these things, build that immersiveness of the world, build everything in there. Bannon, way more housing locations, agreed. Add much.
Remember, kiddos, stay hydrated. All right.
We'll stay hydrated with some Arizona green tea and some. We got Glytch energy. You guys can use shameless self plug here in the center of this if you guys want to help support me. Exclamation point Glytch in chat. All right, grab some Glytch energy. Tasty stuff. We're working on my flavor. Working on my very own flavor right now at this company. Delicious stuff. Going into it with positive. We're still gonna be positive. I'm positive Z-Storm. I'm not negative Nancy. All right. So I'm still gonna be positive. I'm going to say the things I enjoy. I'm going to show the things I like. I'm gonna break the game. And honestly, games that have broken things in them are probably the most fun that I have in the world. Tabor, you know how freaking destroyed Tabor was, especially in the beginning? Tabor was busted as shit. Probably the most broken game I had ever played. But it's because of that, honestly, that I kept playing and had so much fun, and I've never laughed harder in my entire lifetime during those times. If you go into it without a hardcore bitch ass, like everything needs to be perfect attitude, you're gonna have fun. Don't go in by yourself. These games are meant to be played with people. All right, whatever you do, it's meant to be played with people. Find a friend in the Discord. You can find somebody to talk to find somebody to trust, and go in with that other person and laugh about it. Laugh about these bugs, laugh about the issues, but don't laugh them off. You know, laugh about them, report them, figure these things out, figure out what needs to be genuinely fixed and improved upon in the future, and go from there. And I think that's how I'm going to look at it tonight here as well when we go into Elysia. Things that aren't core. Like if I see something that's like, wow, no, this sucks. Like this is going to keep people from playing. Like you can't laugh about it and walk past it. We'll bring those things up. I'll talk about those things. I'm not just going to sweep those things under the rugs, kind of like I did with Zenith with some things. There are a lot of those things that I feel like I did sweep under the rug at the core, like Godstones being as fucked up as they were for as long as they were, which is uncalled for. I'm sure Elysia is going to have its load of problems still. It went from Alpha 1, Alpha 2, which were amazing for what they were, to Beta being absolutely dog shit. Probably one of the worst games I have ever played in my entire life. I keep hearing a lot of people saying that this has dipped back to kind of how the alpha days felt. So I'm very excited to go into this. I'm very excited. I'm gonna give you no nonsense, no bullshit type of attitude when it comes to these things. Yeah, there wasn't a ton of classes in Zenith, and like, well, I think not having a ton of classes is fine. I think the complexity and uniqueness between those classes is what matters the most. It didn't really matter what class you chose. You could run through the game playing as any class. I only kind of started struggling a little bit like as Cyber Ninja, but that's because I didn't figure it out right enough. You know, like other people had Cyber Ninja down pat, figured out, could speed run through it, level up super quick and everything like that. But there wasn't enough uniqueness. There was unique, cool things about each class, but there wasn't enough to differentiate to be like, man, I can't take this other area on unless I have a healer. Besides the world bosses. The world bosses, you did need healers there. You needed healers on top of their shit. People needed to be coordinated. World bosses were always a freaking blast. The way that you needed to be coordinated, the way that they stomped and dropped things. World bosses is what Zenith did right. I feel like world bosses were really done right. Fighting Arbor Root, right? That was a lot of fun, and that was done very well. Zenith is still a lot of fun. Like I still have, and like you can see this here, like we have freaking, if we look at it, we'll go over here onto, where is this? You can see that, you know, out of all my games, and we look at hours played, Zenith is still my most played game here. I agree with that fully. Yeah, like, and if you can bring enough people into the game, the old people will come back because they'll be like, oh dang, why is everybody going into this game? We should go back to it, type of thing. Not catering to those people who have left and bringing them back. So putting the new stuff in, like new life skills, things like that. Not creating a new Zenith Academy to tell people how to get through the beginning of the game easier. Like, I feel like the game wasn't that hard to understand of getting through the initial beginning of the game. I feel like it wasn't that hard to understand, and the general population did understand it. That was remade like 3-4 times, and there was so much development time of let's make this, scrap it, let's make this, scrap it, that it's like that could have all been invested and be like, hey, improve the cooking system that's already there. Game designer, design 3 new variabilities to the cooking system. Hey, you design 3 new variabilities to the harvesting system. Hey, you design 3 new variabilities as an engineer or game designer. Design these for the pet system. Engineer, figure out how to implement and make these visions a reality. Yeah. I mean, like, if we go back to cosmetics, most people knew that they were definitely willing. I was willing to dump hundreds. You know, if I look back and don't knock me for it, because I know plenty of you have done it too, and plenty of you would do it and will do it in the future. You know, like Population 1. If we go back, the amount of time I put into Population 1, I probably put 1,000 hours into that, and I probably spent $1,000 to $2,000 on skins over the 4 years of me playing that game. Like I spent a buttload of money, but I did it because I wanted to support the developers. I wanted to see the game continue to where it was going the right way. And I wanted to have dope looking skins that I could customize that suited me to my personality. Yeah, the nerfing the fast flying the first time, definitely. It's a dumb little thing, right? The fast flying, at its core, you hear it and you're like, wow, it's kind of dumb, but so much of the community was built around the fast flying, and nerfing it killed off a huge chunk of the community. I don't think that fast flying would have kept the game around very, very, very long, but that fast flying was a ton of fun. I think it was the wrong choice in nerfing it. I don't think I fought against it hard enough at the time. I think that they did ask the creators. I think they did ask a lot of people, and a lot of people were indifferent on like, yeah, you could probably remove it. It wouldn't make that big of a difference. And I think they did it and there was no going back. And so I kind of partially feel responsible for that I didn't fight that more, going, no, do not remove it. I wasn't there doing that per se right at the time, but I'm just a silly old creator. What kind of input do I personally have? You know, I was on the, I don't know, maybe I'm cutting myself short. Maybe I did have a lot more input than I thought I did, being on that partnered content creator program with me, Toast, and like 5-10 other people. You know, maybe we did have a lot more power to our words and influence than we really gave ourselves credit for. Who knows? But unfortunately, I guess everyone makes mistakes in that aspects, and I can't throw a bunch of things on my shoulder. We can't throw a bunch of things on everyone else's shoulders that was a creator as well, who didn't give the proper info and feedback at the time, and should have really just been listening to the community. And it's just like, I don't know. It's unfortunate to see where Zenith ended up. I know Ramen said they're going to continue on to other ventures, and like, well, you don't want your company to go under. I get it. Like, you don't want Ramen to die. Fully understand that. That means that there's money there. There is money there to start an entire new project. But like at the same time, all that money that was there for starting a new project, I feel like, I don't know if Zenith was past the point of no return. If there was just no way that they could have went through and done the things that they needed to Zenith to bring people back. I don't know what the conclusion there was, or who pushed for that, or what was all going on there. What do you call it? I'm not a project manager. I don't know who the project manager was. You know, working at Combat Waffle and seeing how game development flow goes, and seeing how it has to go through a project manager and through different chains of command, and how everybody has to work on things, has definitely opened my eyes a lot to how game development works. And I can see why it took Zenith so much money and so much time to do a lot of things. But a lot of it can come down to a project manager's fault for the game's direction being all over the place and the game not being successful. You know, the project manager not being in there and saying, hey, these are the directions that need to be going this way. And especially if there was a game designer that was like, all right, you can design these, but wait, no, not that. Oh, you could design, no, not that. And like being thrown all over the place just leads to that jumbled identity issues, as other people have said here today. Honestly, games that are being run by less developers do better. I know it sounds dumb, and it creates burnout. It creates burnout because those developers are then working 18, 20-hour days. I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it with modders. I've seen it with developers. That passion gets poured into it, and that project turns out banger. Because guess what? Game direction doesn't get skewed. Those two people come to a conclusion, figure out what is the right direction to head, and it works great. But they burn themselves out. Once you get all these people throwing their hands in the pot, shit gets messed up, shit gets going everywhere. And that's what a project manager's job is meant to be, to not allow that to happen. I'm definitely sure that Zenith had a project manager. I'm sure Ramen had a project manager. They were it seemed like it went from being very indie to very corporate. Now I know that's hard in a world where it is Zenith and Ramen are still considered to be very indie. And I don't know if they let a bunch of developers go or a bunch of developers left of their own choices and things like that. I know someone like Jordan. I know Jordan left. I'm pretty sure Jordan left on his own. Engineer Jordan did a lot for Zenith and put a lot of time and effort and a lot of his own time and effort into Zenith because he loved and cared for Zenith so much. And I think that's also a problem, is once you get that money, you hire on developers, and these developers are there for the money first, game second. These people don't give a shit about the project. The people you brought in as an indie company, you look at them and you go, hey man, this is our dope project. Like, look at this thing. Come play it with us. Come play this game with us. And they play it and they're like, whoa, this is sick. I can see a vision here. I want in on this type of thing. And it's everybody being so passionate and caring about everything. You get that big of money and everything gets fucked up. Everything gets messed up because people are no longer in it for the passion of the game. People are no longer in it for the passion of the project and can't see the vision as a player, but only see the vision as a corporation and see it statistically. And I've been in that case scenario like with YouTube. You know, like, why do you think I freaking stopped making videos? A lot of it happened to do with crash off of viewers and then burnout from disappointment. And I wasn't just doing it for the love of just doing it anymore. Like this, I love just sitting here talking with you guys, rambling about nonsensical bullshit that does still have purpose at the end of the day. Like I feel it. That journey burns you out, and when you hit that burnout of not succeeding, that shit hits you like a brick, and you're just beat down. And if you can't lift that brick off of you, it'll just keep fucking pounding you into the ground until you're done. And I feel like that kind of came out with Zenith. You know, the community kept complaining. They didn't head the right direction. They were trying to strew all this way, and the strewing this way didn't make people happy, didn't show results. They felt like a ton of money was burnt, kept hitting Andy, Lauren, you know, while they're down, and it just resulted in them being, we're done. We're moving on to our next project. We need to be done. And I think I just think that's the reality of what happened to Zenith. I think that's the reality of just core cutting the losses and ending it, unfortunately. This wasn't meant to be a bash on Zenith. This was meant to be, what can other games do to learn from this? Because it seems that people can't learn from previous mistakes. It's hard to listen to the community when the community is made up of not just the casual players, but also a lot of the hardcore nerds that are going to be in there. And like, sorry, well, I'm all for the endgame content and the hardcore content and the complexity of everything. It ended up started to get focusing too much on the complexity. There wasn't a good balance between complexity and simplicity. And that muddleness of it, I think, ended up making everything half-baked. That's why the dungeons, which could have been procedural dungeons with a set of 10,000 assets that randomly generated for you to load, and while you're loading you could do something else, or maybe they generated on their own automatically on the server side of things every 10 minutes, and once they were generated, people could then queue into those procedurally generated dungeons. Things like that. But I know procedural generation. Actually, no, procedural generation in Unity should have been easier than anything like with Unreal. Procedural generation in Unreal Engine is next to impossible still. All right, still, sorry. We're on a break, trying to look through stuff, going on tangents. Type of fish called sky fishing as well as normal fishing. Agreed. I think it'd be really cool. You could fish for birds on an airship. Airships that we never got either, which would have been really cool, I think. And all of this is leading into, we're going to go try out Elysia tonight. Art, Droost, I know you guys are the directors, leaders over at Elysia. Don't fuck this up. You know, part of my French, English, whatever you want to say. Don't fuck it up. You have plenty of examples of how VRMMOs end things and don't do it right. You have every opportunity. The ball is in your court. Lena, thank you so much. The ball is in your court. You have the right way to go. You have all of Zenith's community has nowhere to go now. All right? Boom. You have it. Simple. All right? Now, just buckle down on listening. Listening. Find a way to get the general public's opinion apart from just the people who are in the Discord, because obviously, you know, people have to come to the Discord. There aren't going to be people directly participating in the Discord, but go in the game. Get game moderators in there to go take live in-person polls of people who are playing the game, not people who are keyboard warriors just jotting away what they want but have never fucking touched the game. I feel like that's I don't know, that's my personal thoughts of a lot of people who threw their input in the pot of Zenith, and maybe things got upvoted, and maybe Zenith, maybe Andy and Lauren did listen to a lot of the things that were high on those particular community feedback threads, but maybe they weren't the things that people really wanted. They were just things that people upvoted. Well, a lot of the other stuff got slid down and hidden out of the way. Unfortunately, you know, a whole voting system like that is hard. And I know that you guys did go into the game and played with the community and got the feedback from the community a lot of the times. You know, going in not as developers, going in and undercover, just playing as normal characters, not letting people hear your voices all the time, and just playing with people, things like that, getting their unbiased feedback and things like that, I think is a huge thing that matters, albeit taking a lot of extra time is what will help make it a successful game. I know I haven't been making a lot of YouTube content, and I can't promise that I'm going to be making a lot more. We're moving to Florida, doing a whole bunch of things. I'm working at Combat Waffle, doing a ton of things with Combat Waffle. I've been learning Unreal Engine. I've been learning animation. I've been learning a lot of things that I never thought I would learn in my lifetime. And I'm going along this journey, learning all these things because it's something that I'm not going to have another opportunity to do in my lifetime. And I feel like I burnt myself out so hard on YouTube that I needed this, and I do still need this. And we'll get back to consistent YouTube, but this is a really special moment that really I feel like I needed to address and talk about and ramble about with my community, who most of you have been here since Zenith and are here because of Zenith on this channel today. And if it wasn't for Zenith, if it wasn't for Ramen and Jay and everybody who got me in, I would never have done content creation full time. I would have never been able to. You know, Soul Fox for giving me the opportunities that he did. Dude took me in under his wing, had a ton of fun, was able to get a bunch of sponsorships and deals and everything that I could pay my bills, and it was great. I met so many good people. I think that's going to be kind of all of my rant. If you have more questions, drop comments down below on your thoughts of why Zenith ended, what would have been the right direction for Zenith to go, maybe how Ramen said they're going to make a game in the future, maybe how the direction of their next game can go. And most importantly, saying this is dead and gone, we don't forget the fun we had. I had a ton of fun. I'm going to throw some clips here at the end of this video of the fun that I had over Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Beta 1, Beta 2, everything that, a lot of things that you guys may have seen on live streams, but maybe things you guys have never seen. It's ending. We can't dwell on the bad things and what could have been. If we do that, we're all just going to get in a negative, depressed state. We look at this as a learning opportunity. Passion first, caring about the game first, money second. Number one thing. And I will never, ever, ever forget all those amazing things in Zenith. It was a life-changing experience, and it's unfortunate that it ended the way it is. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Look at the bird just fly away. Oh, there's such a pretty bird. It's a pretty bird. Oh man, do we gotta do Dr. Pepper time? Oh man, hang on.
Okay, what do we got? What do we got here? Gonna grab. Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. It's some ramen soup. Not a problem for a couple of Zenith's finest, right? Zenith's finest. Mika, this is my first day. I just dual blade strike Kirito'd you. Oh, dude, I could just be like, nah, ba 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 ba. Knock, 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 knock. Hello. Borat wants to say hello. Borat is in city of Zenith.
Wait, am I just the head right now?
Yeah, you're just a floating head and hands. You stole his skin, ruthless. As my LED sign says, Blade Masters rule. Or no, sorry, no. Blade Masters drool. Essence Mages. It's underneath? Hello? I'm gonna say hello. Hang on. Oh my god, it's right there. Hi. Hello, Mr. Banshee. Would you like a good tickle?
Question for Sheen. Lost on an island. 3 people. Who are you bringing? Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Jason Momoa.
Think about your last one carefully. If you don't... Come on. Alright, I'm done. Sheen.
Hey, you missed it. I'm a dev now.
Wait, who did? Did you say Lauren did?
Yeah, he's a dev. Like,
Ah, yes. Alright, dev me. Ban me. Ban me, Sheen.
He has his own statue, cult religion,
Cult religion? Damn, I was only gone for 4 minutes. So, oh wait. I hear, wait.
There's one in the cave that you guys were talking about.
There's not one. I sat in the cave and there was no chest in there. The top of the waterfall. The tallest waterfall in the game. What other waterfall? The little one? The tiny one? Sheen. I know, we already went to that one. Ow! My light. Ow! Put it in the pan. And we're gonna throw it in the air. And hopefully not burn it. Woo! Alright. Just like that. Boom. Perfect. What? Oh my god. Oh, what the hell? Once again, another 3 schmoozketeer shot on Schmooze Island. Let's go. Wow, who's out here today? Journey's out here. Slants is out here. Wow. Hi, Aw's here. What's up, Aw? Yo, Zach, what's up? Oh, someone. Oh, damn, let's go. Oh, no, I hate you. I hate you. Oh my god, you're gonna make it go down my throat again. Dude, Sir Coolness, this crackhead right here donated 50 subs. This is the crackhead who did it. Sheen Burgers? Sheen Burgers. Our Lord and Savior Dev Sheen in a burger? Our Lord and Savior Dev Sheen? You don't even know who our Lord and Savior is?
Apparently not.
You're heathen. Go into chat and do exclamation point worship. I hate climbing back up here. Oh god, no. Come on, game. Come on, game. Jordan, what's up? Where's Jordan? Let's go. Schmoozing it. Let's go. I did not think I was gonna make that in first try too. Oh, let's go. Oh, Jordan, what's up? Let's go. Let's go. See, I don't know what to call you. I feel like calling you AIDS or Aid is like bad. Like that. I shouldn't call you that. I feel like that.
AIDS is not a great idea. Just aid works fine.
What are we talking about? We're talking about schmoozing? Yeah. You cannot. As much as I tried with the support, you cannot make it anywhere with that.
You don't make it nearly as far. So I just
No.
sent Tao on a suicide mission then.
Whoa! What? Sheesh! What is? Is the fracture about to happen again? We finna have another fracture? Guys, everybody take cover. Get in your tornado shelter. Get in the fracture shelters. Oh, what's going on, dude? It says protect the crystal? What's the fracture? You don't know what the fracture is? Sheesh. What the? Whoa! What the Oh! What just happened? Oh, yo. Mr. Cool Armor. Yeah, I was here. Oh yeah, I was here. Whole thing. We're good.
Yeah, thanks. The team has been working super hard.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's kind of unreal to see everyone actually in the game right now. It's like staring at, you know, the editor on their computers, and it's like, oh, there are actually people here.
Look, it's Catalyst art. Wow. Okay. You know what? We have enough. I have a big brain. I have a big brain. I have a big brain. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. No. No. Okay, we have just enough stamina. Let's go. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Woo. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Booyah. Big brink. What's hey Soul? What's up, Soul 5? Oh my goodness, this feels so weird. I haven't been in VR for 2 weeks. Oh my goodness.
Welcome back, man. Welcome back.
Oh, this feels so good. What is that? What is? It's a laser. Dude, Sumachi. Check this out.
What up?
Check this out. Watch this. Well, bam. Look at it. Back up. Hey, you better back up. Okay, what do you want?
I'd like orange energy core mixed with.
We have nothing. We have nothing. Ooh. We have steaming nothing, and we have nothing.
Steaming sounds good.
Boom. Spirit burn. Oh, sick. Come here, buddy. Where's your good boy?
What's like the distance? Can we hit that one over there?
Oh wait. No. Whoa. Yes.
Check this out. I'm a magic
All right.
man.
You got. Oh, look at you. What's up, Zero? Let's go, What? What? Did you sleep? Dude, Professor Gary Oak, I'll tell you how good the alpha is once you give me my fucking starter Pokemon. Oh, there's water right here. There's water. Oh, no. Oh, I lied. You can get from that island to that island. No. Bad Sylphid. Thank you for the peak. That was a bubble right down the throat.
Okay, watch this, guys.
All right, I'm ready.
See how far he threw that spear?
Okay.
My throw fucking
All right. Put that backswing into it. I'm ready. What the fuck? Hello there, dear Jordan.
Hey, what's poppin'?
Welcome to Lad 4, Schmooze Island.
Wow, this is fancy. Is this
Oh.
my God.
I think we out? Yeah, we out. What the heck? What was that? What was that noise?
I've arrived to see
Jesus, oh my God. Holy crap.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
Jordan! Oh my God, what is this? What's going on? Oh, why are you guys murdering them? Why? The cute puppies! Oh, I got murdered. What? Oh! I'm gonna sit back and watch. Does anybody in here know what IMO T-Bomb is? Can we spawn some of the banshees up here, Jordan? Can we get the banshees taken out? Oh my God! What the fuck?
Oh my God! Oh, Jordan! I love you, Jordan. Jordan, spawn him up there. There's 3 up there. There's 3 up there, Jordan. Get him. Sick him. Sick him, Jordan. Sick him. Sick him. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, they're gonna kill me. Oh no. Oh my god, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Oh no. Oh god. I can't. No, go away. Gun pet. Gun pet, I know you can't schmooze. I know you can't schmooze. Or maybe you can schmooze. Is Gun pet a schmoozer? Oh, Gun pet is a schmoozer. Sheesh. Mr. Gun pet, you're a schmoozer even? I'm sorry, Gun pet. I'm gonna have to leave you.
Just as a reminder, I think AG and Fred went around and told you guys relatively what your roles are. Keep in mind that tanks should be aggroing things, support should be healing, obviously, and DPS, we need a split between the boss and the turrets. So if you're not max DPS, maybe focus on the turrets, just so we can kind of clear them so they don't just pile in damage.
What the? Oh god. Okay. Oh my god. Wait, here? It's here? I didn't know it was. Is it supposed to be here?
Okay. It started, chat. It started.
I'm gonna push you off the cliff.
Shoving stuff in my throat. Give me nudes. Okay.
No. Focus the turret, guys. Come on.
This looks different.
Oh no, it's.
Oh my god. Alright.
Okay. Staggered. Crystals. Hit the crystals. Hit the crystals. Focus on the crystals.
Oh my god, we're doing nothing.
There's one giant one on his back. Shoot it if you're DPS. Keep it staggered.
Alright, this scaling is insane.
Oh my god. Alright, back it up.
Okay.
Okay,
guys.
Oh man. What? What did you do? What happened? He's scamming us. Scammed. Oh my god. Oh, that's my light. Oh, that's my light. Oh no.
Come on.
Peggy, I got you.
Go.
Alright. Come on.
Die already! When he gets out of that omni-strike, I am hitting him.
No! Son of a bitch! Oh, he took almost everything. What is he doing?
See that? He just 360.
He's on crack. He is on crack. What are you doing?
I'm just hanging there.
Ab route the crackhead.
Oh, he's dead.
Hey! Woo! Let's go!
Oh yeah.
Ready to pose.
Let's go. Everybody pose. Alright.
Chicken nuggets.
Let's go.
No, back any.
Oops. Sorry.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
I posed with my pointer accidentally.
Nice.
Alright, cool. Thank you guys all again for coming. That was really fun.
Hey, could you post that back to Zenith Discord so we can all like save it?
Wait, did we beat the game?
Look at how many people are coming in. Holy frick. Mateo! There's Mateo. Where's Soul Fox? Oh my god. Thank you. Like SAO, all of it. This is SAO. This is Sword Art Online, alright? There's no other Sword Art. This is Sword Art, alright? Wow, look at my beater gear. I am Kirito. Wow, Starburst Stream. I'm a beater. I'm gonna go solo dungeons and get to level freaking floor 100. I'm gonna win the game. I'm gonna get all these shards unlocked and it's gonna be fantastic. Chop. All right. Oh my god. Flip it. Oh shit. It's gone. Hey, a squirrel flavor. Shee, Ruby, what the hell? What are you doing?
What?
You just undressed? What did you undress
No,
for?
I didn't.
What are you doing?
I'm not
Ruby.
undressed. I have
Ruby.
all my clothes on.
This isn't that kind of stream, Ruby. This isn't that kind of stream, okay? Oh, weak point. Oh! Got it. All right, let's update the device. Preparing system for a device update. No! Don't shut my index to... No! Okay. This is Amani. Amani, I have your nudes. When did you come in the game? Hello? Hello there? Where did you come from? Fishing when? Can I just catch you? I don't even care. FTF's railing me on stream. What are you doing? What are you doing, FTF? No. Baby girl redeem. But, baby girl. There you go. There. How about that? There. Oh. Wow. My long ass hair. My luscious locks be flowing. Z-Storm body pillow when? One? Hey, yo, 2 dazzling fairy flies right next to each other? Let's freaking go, dude. That's what's up. Ah, shoot. Oh, that's my ceiling. Oh, man.
And then we're just gonna like pop our heads up, like you would go up, I would go down. Like Doug Trio. Doug Trio.
Doug Trio. Doug Trio. Alright, let's do it. We just walk forward with sensitive glide and just have some nice normal gliding on, and then we'll head there. Let's go. Look at the cavalry. Look at the cavalry to schmooze. Oh, no! No! Oh, Ender! Ender, no! Come on, Ender! Ender!
To accept the fact that some of us might not make it.
Oh my God, Ender! Oh, everybody's up at schmooze. Let's go! Oh, did you guys prepare a feast? The feast of schmooze! Schmooze!
TNT fell. We gotta do it again.
Oh, TNT!
I'm going to help me kill him.
Is that not what we do? Is that not what we do?
Come here. No. We should go into the purple stuff.
You can.
I'm not on the purple stuff. Okay. Take this, GoPro. Oh, GoPro, this one. Oh yeah. How do you like the pan? How do you like the pan? You want the pan? You want the pan? Oh.
Using particle effects in physics.
Wow. Welcome to Christmas, mother lickers.
Get away.
Freeze the raid boss, Jordan. No. Oh. Go. He's climbing. Get him. Knock him off the tower. Knock him down. Oh my God. Oh no. Whoa. Get him. No, don't grab me. Ah!
Adios, amigos. Bye, Jordan.
Bye, Jordan. Thank you, Santa. I'll see you again next year.